Hi, I'm Scott Hervey from Weintraub Tobin.
And I'm Josh Escovedo with Weintraub Tobin. Welcome to another installment of the briefing by the IP Law Blog. So, Scott, Twitch has been in the news lately because it finds itself in the middle of a conflict regarding the use of music by its live streamers.
Yeah, that's correct, Josh. Twitch received a large number of DMCA notices, and its response it's completely upended the Twitch streamer community. Apparently, a vast number of claims relate to content that has been on Twitch for years. Apparently, it's commonplace for streamers to play music in the background while they live stream. Let me give our viewers some context here. Twitch is a streaming platform that's become synonymous with gaming and esports. Gamers use it to live stream gameplay content, and and they usually capture that on like a split screen. So on one side of the screen will be the gameplay, and on the other side of the screen will be the player's reaction. And they usually use like uh, music in the background so that it's not completely boring. Um, well, not that it wouldn't not be boring without music. I'm not casting shade on anybody's Twitch live streams here. So Twitch has been around since about 2011, and in February of 2020, Twitch reported that it had more than 15 million daily active users with over 3.8 million unique broadcasts. And one interesting fact that comes into play here is Twitch currently has no ad revenue like YouTube's AdSense.
As I understand it, the primary issue driving the anger on the part of the streamers is that Twitch is just deleting massive amounts of content without providing the streamers any opportunity to address the claim.
Correct. And I've got a copy of one of the notices that Twitch sent out. So there's a copy of one of the notices that Twitch sent out. And what's really got all the live streamers up in arms is the bold part in the middle. We're writing to inform you that your channel was subject to one or more DMCA takedown notifications and the content as identified has been deleted. We recognize that by deleting this content, we're not giving you the option to file a counter notification or seek retraction from the rights holder. In consideration of this, we have processed these notifications and are issuing you a one-time warning to give you a chance to learn about copyright law and the tools available to manage content on your channel. So it's the fact that Twitch took down the content, but did not give the content owners the right to file a counter notification with Twitch.
DMCA takedown notices aren't new. The DMCA was enacted in 1999 as an attempt by Congress to stem the tide of rampant online copyright infringement. The DMCA offers copyright owners a streamlined process for taking down the allegedly infringing materials from the internet, and it provides online service providers with an opportunity to take advantage of a safe harbor. So that serves as an incentive for them to follow the process in the DMCA. To not follow that process is to open yourself up to liability for secondary infringement.
Right. But the process, as set forth in the statute, has steps. It requires the copyright holder who believes its work has been infringed to send a notification of claimed infringement to the service provider. This notification must meet specific criteria that's set forth in the Act. After the service provider receives a DMCA notice, the service provider is required to remove or disable access to the allegedly infringing material. Otherwise, the provider loses its safe harbor and is exposed to this possible liability. Following this, though, the service provider must take reasonable steps to promptly notify the alleged infringer of the action. The alleged infringer has an opportunity to send in a counter notice, and if there's a counter notification from the alleged infringer, the service provider must then notify the claiming party of the counter notice. And if the counterparty doesn't bring a lawsuit in district court within 14 days, the service provider is required to restore the material to its location on the network.
So Twitch is removing tens of thousands of hours of their streamers' content. That has to represent years of work without providing the streamers with an opportunity to respond with a counter notification under the DMCA. This isn't compliant with the DMCA. And as a result, it seems to me, Scott, that Twitch isn't protected by the safe harbor provision of the statute. And as a result, I think they are exposed to liability to the streamers.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. I mean, the DMCA provides the service providers a safe harbor from any liability from removing or disabling access to any allegedly infringing material, only if that service provider provides the counter notice process, which includes reinstalling or putting back up the content if the copyright owner fails to respond. But more important than that, the notice and counter notification process, it provides the check and balance process that Congress felt was necessary when it enacted the DMCA. Sometimes copyright owners can be overzealous with their notifications and request the removal of content that may actually be allowed under the Copyright Act. For example, it may constitute fair use. I do see Twitch as being in a very tough position here. Twitch is required to remove the content or face potential liability from music copyright holders. From what I understand, we were talking about a massive number of DMCA notifications. And Twitch was probably just weighed the options and felt that taking down the content without allowing for counter notification was, probably the most expedient way to process these DMCA claims. And they probably also felt that by not issuing a strike, a copyright strike against the streamers, they were striking a fair balance. Look, it's probably very likely that much of the content that was removed by Twitch did violate the Copyright Act. It's also probably very likely that a majority of the streamers would not have filed the counter notice because it would have forced the claimants to file a lawsuit, and that's not fun either. So, Twitch probably made, in the end, the right decision. And I understand that they're trying to take some steps to deal with music use by live streamers on their platform. In early October, they announced a music library tool called Soundtrack that provides streamers with the use of licensed music. However, this isn't the end of the fireworks. Early this week, Twitch received a blistering letter from the RIAA that accused Twitch of failing to secure proper synchronization and mechanical licenses for Soundtrack, and it accused Twitch of, quote, allowing and enabling its streamers to use our respective members' music without authorization in violation of Twitch's music guidelines. Serious words from some serious people, Josh.
It's all very interesting, Scott. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our discussion of the copyright issues between Twitch, its live streamers, and the RIAA. If you're interested in additional videos like these, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're interested in additional content, check out our website at www.theiplawblog.com. Thank you.